Yep. Quick fix credit repair is dangerous and people have been arrested. Quick fix credit repair is dangerous and people have been arrested. Hi, this is Stephen Williams with the creditrepairshop.com. Thank you for being for liking our page or going watching us on YouTube or Instagram. Today I want to talk about some things that I'm seeing happening in the market, and I want to protect you because I don't want to see you put yourself or your, in jeopardy of being arrested, falling for these scams that are out there. I can't believe people are getting away with this, but this is just incredible. Also, happy holidays to everybody. I have a gift that I'm going to be getting prepared for everyone because I know that there's a lot of people that need a lot of help, and I just have to set aside the time for the video because I want to make it as best as possible. But I am working on that. It's going to pertain to getting out of debt. But let's get right down to it. This stuff here, I see it all over the internet. Everybody's talking about the Section 609, which is a section in the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And it states I'm just going to paraphrase it. It basically states that if you believe that anything is not correct on your report, that you have a right to have that taken off your reports within 7 days. But what people are doing and what's behind that and what people don't know is that they have people filing police reports, and they actually call this a credit sweep. So you might either see it advertised or see videos saying Section 609, or you see people talking about doing a credit sweep. And they're going to come up with a new name for it pretty soon because people are going to catch on to what's going on with the credit sweep and 609. Now, there's both. In fact, the facts are that these are both true. But let me tell you what's behind it and what's getting people in a lot of trouble. And I'm going to also tell you about a former employee that came to my office that was doing this stuff, and he ended up, I haven't even seen him anymore. He had actually opened up a office in the building right next to my office building. And after he came and told me that he was doing this, after 2 or 3 weeks later, I hadn't seen him at all. The office is closed, everything is shut down, and nobody that knew of him knows where he's at. He might be in jail right now. But so what they're doing is they're telling people to fill out police reports and saying that they had ID theft, send it into the bureaus. Bureau has to act on that right away because that's wrote into the law. Now, if you had ID theft, there's absolutely nothing wrong with filing a police report, putting together the ID theft paperwork, submitting that, and having that information taken off your report. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's what the law was set up for. But what we see people doing is they're abusing the law, and they're getting police report, filling out the ID theft kit, sending it in to get the items removed. But these were items that they legitimately had signed for the services. And now let me tell you how this is going to come back to hurt people in the future. Is number one, I don't know why, and I think it's because a lot of these people that are talking about this have never been in business, or they just are scammers and they just, want to give people the information, get the money, and run. I own other companies. When people run away from us from the debts that they owe us, we don't just forget about it and pretend like it didn't matter. If someone tried to send in fake paperwork, or if we take them to court and they try to say that they didn't do services with us, we don't just end it right there. We're going to get our attorney to go after those people because we feel that they owe us the money. So we're not going to just be like, just because you send in the ID theft kit and you're saying that and it gets taken off your report, we're not gonna just let that go. We're gonna go after you because we gave you the money or we provided the services for what you're doing. So it doesn't end there. I think what gets a lot of people in trouble is that they never take the second step. And then another thing is that when you do things like this, if you go to try to get a mortgage, this stuff is going to be, they don't just check your credit reports. They do what's called a title search on your name. They're going to do that, and they're going to find any public records data pertaining to any debts that you owe. Now, you might get away with your small debts, but anything big that you have or anything that anyone took you to court for, that's going to show up and you're going to have to resolve that. And also the company, which is the fourth credit reporting agency, LexisNexis, which I don't know any credit repair company other than us that are even working with these people to make sure that you have a full clean slate when it comes to your credit reports. LexisNexis is even digging deeper, and they're going into your personal history, and they're doing what's called a paper trail of any services that you've done with companies. The credit reporting agencies are basically reporting payment history, opening and closing accounts. LexisNexis digs even deeper, and they're going into when you establish an account and why you establish an account. Like if you got insurance from a company, they're not just saying you purchase insurance. They're looking at the history that got you to get to that insurance. It's like they're digging very deep, and they're making a long paper trail. So if a person tries to say that they had ID theft, you better have good proof that it was really ID theft. So there's paper trails of services rendered, even without saying, without LexisNexis in the title search, to say that you didn't get services from someone and you file a police report saying that you didn't, and then you send that paperwork to 3 companies saying that you didn't, and then they have a paper trail of you getting the services. Does that even make sense? Take a second step. That's what gets a lot of people in trouble. They never look at the second step. They always look at, I'm getting out of this, and they never look at the consequences. What's the next problem that can come about? Now, let me tell you real quick about what that employee, the former employee of mine, did. He decided to go into business for himself, and I'm not against people going out and bettering themselves or whatever. I'm not that type of person. I want everyone that worked for me to do better, and if they feel that they could do better by opening up their own business, I let them do that, and I don't talk bad about them at all, as long as they treat people right and that they don't badmouth us, by going and starting their own business. Now, he came to my office and he said, I got to talk to you about this. I've went out and got cars for, several of my friends went out and got cars. And then the next day, or like a few days later or a week later, they filled out this paperwork, and then they submitted that to the bureaus and to the finance companies, and then the loan went away. And when he said that to me, I was like, this don't sound right. And he was like, it's totally legal. I got the car and we don't even have to pay any more payments on it. And I was like, are you crazy? Do you think that a company is going to give you a loan on a car, and then the company, you're going to submit paperwork? And at that time, my brain was just like, what the hell is he talking about? But later I had put it all together on what he was doing. They were filling out ID theft to say that it was ID theft of the person that got the loan for the car, submitted that to the bureaus and submitted that to the finance company, because finance company is totally separate from most car dealers, so they really don't know what's going on with that. So with the person after the loan is sent over to them. So that's what they were doing. And then so they got the car free and clear, and they just think that the finance company is just going to say, oh, we just lost $40,000 $5,000 with all of these people with these cars, and oh well, that's it, we lost the money, don't worry about it, don't try to get the car back, don't try to get our money back, don't try to find out who are the people that did this, we'll just continue business as is. I said to him, don't you think that they're going to take the second step and say, okay, if this was ID theft, get us the paperwork of who signed those loans? Do you have IDs? Do you know that when you go into a car dealer, one of the first things that they do is they ask for your ID. They take it to the back room and they take a copy of it. They're going to run the credit reports. They're going to look at who got the car. So the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to come to you when they find you, and they're going to easily be able to find you because they're going to see where the damn car is registered. Okay, you think you're just driving around in this $45,000 car, and you're registering the car, and it's easy, Mr. Policeman. Go to this house where this car is registered and arrest this person because they filed ID theft on a car that we loaned them $45,000 on. We had a paperwork, we had an ID. Please arrest this individual. And that's probably why we haven't seen him or any of the guys anymore. They had cars in the back parking lot next to ours. It was 6 of them. All of them were the same, and none of them are there. They've disappeared. All of them have disappeared. Like, these guys are gone. And I've called his numbers disconnected, and other people have came to our office looking for him, and no one knows where he's at. So we probably know what happened to them regarding that. So be careful. When it comes to credit repair, you have to validate the information that's on your credit reports. You have the right to do that. Even if it's a debt that you signed for, you have a right to see if you're still legally obligated to pay. It could have been purchased. Paperwork could have been messed up. Anything could have happened to make you not legally obligated to pay the debt, but you need to do that the right way. We use what's called an 8-point validation system. We do that with the bureaus, and we do that with each of the creditors that are on your credit reports to make sure that you're legally obligated to pay that debt now. Every state has a different statute of limitations time frame. If you are legally obligated to pay that debt, then the next step would be to set up some type of arrangement, settlement, if you can pay it off in one shot. If you can't, do a settlement so they don't take you to court. If they've already taken you to court and you can't afford the garnishment, first thing that you need to do is to make sure that they can legally garnish you. Most people don't fill out the garnishment worksheet to see if they can even legally garnish you. If you don't make a certain amount of money, you have a certain amount of dependents, they can't legally garnish your paycheck. If they can legally garnish your paycheck, then the next step is using that worksheet that everyone has to give you is to see how much of your income they can garnish. Now, doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that sound logical? Doesn't that sound legal? That's what we do for our clients. Everybody wants the quick fix, but this is what we do for our clients. And that's why some people that we talk to, we don't let them sign up with our company because they want us to do something that is illegal, and they want something to come back that we don't want something to come back to them to hurt them in the future. We're just not going to do it. So if you're looking to have your credit repaired, we have 2 programs. We have a program where we do it for you. We have a program where you could do it yourself. So go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com, and you can check out the programs that we have available. You can see the work that we've done for other people. It's 100% real. We're not going to do anything that's going to put you in jeopardy. We're not going to do anything that's illegal. We're going to do stuff the right way so you can move forward with your life. So thank you for your time. Happy holidays. And I promise you, I am working on the Get Out of Debt video. And we're going to have that posted. That's going to be a Christmas gift that I'm going to give to everyone that is following me on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube. All right, until next time, this is Stephen Williams, founder and president of thecreditrepairshop.com. Thank you.